Hi guys, welcome back to BD Performance. With this spate of vehicle thefts that we've been seeing, it's coming close to Christmas and everyone's kind of a little bit on tenterhooks at this time of year. Doesn't make it any better or easier that we've got COVID-19 and everyone's worrying about money and about the vehicles. So a lot of these cars will be unattended, unused while people are on furlough and so on. So what we thought we'd do is take this opportunity to give you a little introduction to the Revo SPS switch. Now, this is our Dave Mack's car. It's in for some work at the minute, so we're just going to use this as a demonstration for demoing the serial port switch. Now, for those of you that don't know, with Revo software, you can actually activate anti-theft mode. You can turn it on and you can turn it off. Now, one piece of advice that we will give you is don't use this option overly. Use it when you need to. Don't keep showing your mates, because we have had cars that have become, well, unrecognised to the switch. So what we're going to do in the first instance is that Ben is going to start the vehicle to prove that it starts and runs. So Ben, if you'd like to take that away. We've done nothing to this vehicle, it's just going to start up. So there you go, and what we're going to do is we're just going to give the vehicle a very, very gentle rev, just to prove that there is some throttle response there. So that's that. Ben, if you'd like to turn the vehicle off. And now you're going to select which option on the Revo switch?
Number 5, anti-theft on.
So number 5, anti-theft on. And what he's going to do next up is he's going to insert the serial port switch into the OBD device. Now, if you don't know where that is, it's just located to the right hand side of Ben by the steering column, just underneath where that little shelf is. So he's going to insert that and we're going to wait for a chime. So for those of you that may have heard that or may not, you can hear it now. Hopefully Ben's mic's picking it up, but it's actually chiming. The da-da-da, da-da-da noise. That confirms that you've activated that mode. So you can remove the switch. Now you can do this with the well, we recommend that you do it with the ignition on, don't we, Ben, and not running, but you can change the modes with the car actually running. So for the second time now, what we're going to do is we're going to try and start the car. So Ben, over to you. So the car's running and trying to die. Ben, have you got any throttle?
Nothing.
No throttle whatsoever. So you can hear that the car is trying to die. Now, if you tried to drive this away, it would actually physically die, wouldn't it, Ben? It would just come to a stop. So Revo always say that if the car remains running, then it's got a really strong engine. So this car's remaining running, so it's just strong as hell. So if you want to turn the car off, Ben, we'll leave that alone and we'll put the car back to, which setting is it, Ben?
Number 6 on the switch, anti-theft off.
So number 6, anti-theft off. Engage the SPS switch into the OBD port again. Listen for the chirp and remove it, and then we'll just prove that this vehicle starts again. So if we can just have a little bit of throttle, Ben. So that just proves that the car's now out of anti-theft mode and we can drive away. So cheers, Ben. What we're actually going to do for you guys is that I know that many of you may have purchased these SPS switches or may want to in the future, already having Revo software. Now there is the option to program these switches, isn't there, Ben, using what's it called?
The Select Plus software.
So the Select Plus software and a printer cable, is it, Ben?
Just the printer cable,
yeah. Just a printer cable. So you can install this software. It's free to download from Revo themselves. You can install it in your laptop and go from there. So what we're going to do now is take you briefly through that. Just remember that you're going to need to get these settings for your actual vehicle. They're vehicle specific. You're going to need to get them from the original installer. So whoever installed this file and data logged it and set it up for your car, you're going to need to get the settings appropriate to your car. So join us just in a second when we're going to show you exactly how to do that. Do you know what? I should really mention that Revo have got a 20% sale on. The only thing that you have to do is go to onlyrevo.com and sign up so that you get a voucher code. It's that simple. all you need to do is put some details into the website, and it will automatically generate a voucher code for you to use. And for those of you that have already got Revo installed on your car, there's some offers on that site for you as well. There's Revo dealers across the country, so there's no excuse. There won't be anyone that is not close to a dealer. Well, I imagine anyway. So yeah, if you're near to us, then make sure you bring in your voucher code so that you can get 20% off or take advantage of some of the other offers for upgrading the software that you've got. But for now, we'll get back into the video. So what we've got here is the serial port switch. The dial is turned in, well, do you know what? So what we've got here is the serial port switch. The dial is set to 0 on the switch itself, which means it's going to communicate, hopefully, with the laptop and the software. So what I'm going to do is, if I can, get it the right way around for a start. Do you know what? This was always going to be a bad idea, wasn't it? Anyway, we'll choose that one. So the device is setting up on the laptop. We've got the software up on the screen, which is Revo Select Plus, and we're going to click Adjust Revo Software. It's as simple as that. What it'll do then is bring you up the screen with the boost, timing and fuel settings on. You've got different tab options here which relate to 3, 4 and 5, is it, Ben? Or 2, 3 and 4 on the actual switch itself. So 2 is A, am I right, Ben? 3 is B and 4 is C. So what you're going to need to do is, if you're having your number 2 as the high powered setting, then you'll adjust the settings to suit. Now in this particular switch, as you can see here, may or may not be able to, but this particular switch, second-hand switch, is set to 9 on boost, 4 on timing and 4 on fuel. I'm not going to give you any recommendations in this video as to what settings to use, because that'd be really unprofessional, because you need to refer to whoever tuned your car. Then you've got a different set of settings for option C, which is number 4 on the switch, and setting C you can use as valet mode, is it, Ben? Ben's just stood behind Lee, just giving me some advice here. So
you can use any, just the only thing with valet mode, you just put boost to 0 and it'll give you a 4,000 RPM rev limit and no boost.
So yeah. So if you can use any of them. You can do it the other way around, as Ben is saying. So if you use number 4, then you can set the boost to 0, and it will give you a 4,000 RPM limit and will give you absolutely no boost whatsoever. So that's pretty much it. After you've set your settings on each tab, you can set them on the initial. If it's a brand new switch, then acquire the settings, make sure it is clear. But then each individual tab that you adjust, you need to set them so that you've set them on the switch. And that's about it really, but just make sure that you get these settings, the appropriate settings for your particular vehicle from the dealer and from whichever dealer installed it, that's for certain. Just purely from a safety point of view, because they will have logged your car. So this is a phenomenal bit of kit, realistically, in terms of anti-theft, and can be coupled with other options like a fuel cut-off switch. You can have, well, you can couple it with Ghost software, anything that you want to do really. It doesn't affect anything at all. So yeah, if you've got any questions, then leave a comment down below. If you haven't already, then please subscribe to the channel. Consider hitting that bell icon if you're new to stay notified, and share this video just so that people know exactly how to use a Revo SPS switch and what options there are. Let's stop these cars being stolen. Thanks guys, and see you in the next video.